Hi everybody, it's Jen from She Will Rise Society and Jen Simpson Coach, the page here on Facebook. How you doing tonight? Thanks so much for joining me again. If you're catching this live, please drop a comment below and say hello, or if you're catching the replay, you can also say hello and let me know that you are catching the replay. Today I am going to talk about, on our series of mindset, I'm going to talk about the difference between having a victim mentality versus being an empowered, having an empowered mindset. So when I grew up, I had a very strong victim mentality. I blamed everything in my life for how things were turning out. I just, never took personal responsibility for anything. If anything went wrong, it was like, oh, woe is me, this and this caused that to happen, or, I blamed, called myself stupid and had a lot of, a very negative outlook on life. And it wasn't until probably my late 20s, early mid 30s, something like that, where I had been an avid reader for many years, as you can kind of see behind me, all my nice books. That's just a little part of my bookshelves. But I had been an avid reader, and I started reading more nonfiction, personal development, and self-help, that kind of thing. And as I did that, and in addition to the journaling that I was talking about in my video yesterday, those two things helped to help me see that my mindset had been really negative and that it needed to change. And I read a quote somewhere online, whether it was on Facebook or Pinterest, I don't remember, but it talked about the importance of taking personal responsibility, and combine that with the personal development books that I had been reading. I started to realize that, yeah, I am the only person who can change my circumstances and change my life. And the same goes for you as well. The same is true. So, when I started taking control of my own life, started taking responsibility for my choices, and realizing that everything in my life is a result of a choice that I personally have made, things started to change drastically for me. I started to realize that if I want a better life, all I have to do is make different choices, and then things would start to improve. And over the course of the last 5 years, I've been working through the different limiting beliefs I have, and those I'm going to talk about tomorrow on my live video tomorrow night here in this group. But I started working on those, and I continued journaling, continued reading more and more personal development, and from that, I ended up being able to, really just have a totally different mindset. Sorry, my arm's getting tired here. I went from being very negative and always waiting for the other shoe to drop to being very positive and very optimistic. In fact, I've had a few people message me and reach out to me and say that they love my profile and stuff because of how positive and optimistic I always am and all the stuff I'm sharing. And that means a lot to me because of where I've come from going from very negative and, having such a very poor outlook on life to now, loving how I don't love all aspects of life, obviously. There are still a lot of things that I would like to change, and we're working on that, but definitely my view has changed, and it's definitely better than it used to be. I can definitely say now that I am happy with the way things are going and where I can see things going. I see a lot more potential, and a lot more possibilities are opened up. And I think when we take a more positive, optimistic view of life, and we realize that we are in control of our choices, then life seems to hand us more opportunities. And it might seem like coincidence, but really I would tell you that it's probably because you have made that choice to be more intentional with your life. So again, this all comes back to a mindset. It's just a shift, you know. That's all I did, was just realize that my choices are my choices. That's, you know, if I want a better life, I have to make better choices. So that's where that comes into play. So if you have any questions and you want to know, you know, maybe specifics, like I said, tomorrow I'm going to talk more about the actual limiting beliefs that I've been working through, and, you know, what I've gone from and where I'm at now, that kind of thing, and where I see myself going. I'm going to mention that later on this week. But if you want any resources on how to change your mindset, or books about, a good one I can recommend right now is Joyce Meyer's Battlefield of the Mind. It does come from a Christian perspective, of course, but I found that to be very good as far as turning our mindsets around. So I definitely recommend that one. It even has a DVD if you want to do a DVD study of that. So I have that as well, but I haven't watched the DVD yet. I've just read the book. So, and it's laid out in a nice, I think 30-day format, something like that. So it's, you know, really short for each chapter. And you can just read like a, you know, 5-minute blurb every day kind of thing, or 10 minutes or whatever it is. But yeah, leave me a comment below if you have any questions or any comments about stuff that I've talked about in this video today, and I'd love to jump into a discussion with you. Tell me about your mindsets. Tell me about how you've seen the world so far and how that's going for you, and, you know, what maybe that you would like to change. I'm doing these videos on my page this week because I want to offer a little bit of free coaching to you, just as a thank you for being here, for being in my group, and for following along with my page. So yeah, just leave some comments below and we will talk to you soon. Stay tuned for tomorrow's, like I said, tomorrow's live video. I'll be going live again, hopefully 7 o'clock Eastern time here on the group, to talk about the limiting beliefs and how to overcome those. And yeah, so stay tuned and we'll see you soon.